Friends. There can be countless reasons as to why you're looking for new friends or you're looking to expand your friend circle. There's going to college, going to university, starting a new job, moving to a new town, going through a change in your life that causes you to lose friends, so you're looking to replace them. Even social anxiety, different things that can cause you to be looking for friends. And this is a really great topic. It's one of the topics that I've seen that people have asked about both on Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube, and I thought it would be fun to cover this topic as well. I am a life coach, hypnotherapist, master NLP practitioner, so I'd love to give you my take on how to make friends. Now, to be honest with you, I've got many acquaintances, but you can count the number of friends on my two hands. I literally have very few friends. I'm a little discerning on how I choose friends, but that isn't because I am unable to make friends or I'm uncomfortable in social situations, which some of us are. I get it. I used to be. Sometimes it takes a little work to get past that, and we'll talk about that in later on in this video. But the reason why I am discerning on the number of friends that I have or the amount of people that I call friends, that I move from the acquaintance circle to the friend circle, is because a friend to me is someone who will drop everything and come and help me if I need help. And that may be dropping everything and they're 2,000 miles away and they pick up a phone and they're just there for me for support, or they're texting me or chatting with me online, or it may be somebody who gets in their car in the middle of the night and comes and picks me up because my car died. Those to me are what I consider friends, and I would do the same for them. So I have, which you can count on my two hands, the amount of people that I can call friends. In this video, we're going to talk about how to meet new people and how to make new friends. But do understand that sometimes new friends are acquaintances until you move them into that really close friend bucket. So if you want a video on talking about how to nurture and grow a friendship, I'd be more than happy to do that. Let me know in the comment section below if that's something that you're interested in. This is about how to meet new people, make new friends. And I'm going to go over many different things. In fact, I got a list of 10 plus a bonus. And so let's just get started. So number one, know yourself, know your needs, know your strengths and your opportunities. Here's the deal. To go out and to create a new relationship, most therapists, most coaches, most people within the industry, whether it's alternative or it's the healthcare industry or mental health industry, will tell you that it's important to know yourself. It's important to get right with yourself. And so a lot of times if you're going out to look for friends, not always, but sometimes, you've either moved from one place to another, so you're trying to find new friends, or you're going to college, university, like I mentioned earlier, you're starting a new job in a new part of the world. You are just basically getting out of your comfort zone. So being comfortable with where you're at, what you're doing, and all of that is going to be important, and it's going to alleviate any possible hiccups along the road as you're meeting these new people and making these new friends. So keep in mind that it definitely is important to know yourself, know your needs, know your strengths and opportunities. Number two, be genuine and positive. People like a positive person. People like genuine people. This creates a likability factor. Last week, I did a video on creating a likability factor, how to be a likable person. And if you missed that, definitely check it out. I will link it up here. But that will give you some insight into being positive, being genuine, really being a likable person, being approachable, all of those things. Understanding it also goes into understanding human nature. And so there's a lot of really good stuff in there. But be genuine and be positive. So when you meet a new person, you don't want to pretend to be someone you're not. It's kind of like the old, idea, the old adage where you're in a new relationship with somebody and you're dating them and you pretend that you're somebody that you're not, and then all of a sudden they discover that you're a totally different person, and it just explodes. You don't want to pretend to be somebody you're not. So be genuine, be yourself, be positive. If you're struggling with positivity, seek out, go back to number 1 where it says know yourself, know your needs, know your strengths and opportunities, and work on exuding that positive and eliminating that negative, because that negative is only going to get in the way of creating really great friendships, and it could even get in the way of creating a wonderful friendship or missing out on a wonderful friendship that was meant to be in your life. I personally believe that when somebody is in your life, they were meant to be there. They're there for a purpose. They're there for a reason. They connected with you for some reason on your life's purpose, and you connected with them for some reason on their life's purpose. However long that's going to last is really however long that relationship will be nurturing each other throughout time. Again, when you're talking about friends, we're not talking about, I mentioned that, when you're being genuine and positive, that you don't want, I use the dating analogy. We're not trying to date these individuals. We're trying to find friends or people that can eventually, or the people that are new acquaintances that can eventually become friends. We're trying to meet new people. We're not trying to date them. So I do want to specify or be specific about that and make that clear. So even though I use that analogy, it's not what we're talking about. You don't want to move into that realm. Number 3, get out and do things that you love. Getting out and doing things that you love are going to really help you to, 1, get comfortable with yourself again, right? But 2, it's also going to help you to meet people who are actually have things in common with you. If you love it and they're doing it, they probably love it too, or at least they like it. So you have something in common. You have a common ground to start building a foundation, and that will really help you as you continue to grow that and nurture that acquaintance relationship into a friendship relationship. Number 5, engage others in conversation, ask questions, actively listen. Okay, people like to talk. It's just what it is. Most people like to talk. Not all people. Some people like to be quiet and observe, but most people like to talk. Most people like to talk about themselves. Most people like to share. And so if you're engaging them, you're asking questions and you're actively listening. And if you want tips on how to actively listen, let me know in the comment section below. I'll do a how-to video on that. But actively listening is really just being present in the moment, hearing what people are saying, not thinking ahead in time to come up with an answer. It's being present in the moment with them and acknowledging as they're talking. Those kind of things really make you a likable person, and that's going to help to create a connection with that individual that you're interested in becoming friends with. Number 6, spend time around other people. I know it seems like a very obvious example of what you can do to make friends or meet new people, but many of us are stuck at home. Many of us are working from home right now. In this day and age, we're working from home. This was made in the time of the pandemic, so many of us are working from home. We're not out and about. There's social distancing. There's all kinds of things so that are keeping us from spending time around people. Then there's others who, even when the pandemic was not creating social distancing and closing down businesses and taking us out of the workforce and putting us working from home, there's other people who get anxiety when they're in social situations, whether it's a minor anxiety or a major anxiety where it leads into a fear. And so those kind of things. So this is a tip for everyone. Spend time around people. Even if that means we're still in the pandemic and there's no place to go where there are people, you can go online and spend time around people. You don't want to spend forever online and get caught up in the surfing and that kind of thing, but schedule a time in your day to do some socializing online with people. You can talk to people through different groups online where you do like a Zoom chat. That's becoming very popular right now. There are different groups like Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups, there's Twitter groups. There are live streams that you can visit on YouTube. There are so many places you can go online and socialize with people and spend time around people. And as you're spending time around people, what's happening is that you're making a connection with them. Even if it's a very minor connection, it's a connection and it can continue to build and grow. So spending time around people can be very helpful in building or meeting new people and making new friends. So then 7, reconnect with good friendships that you've lost touch with. So as life goes on, we grow and we change and we move and we get married or we get into relationships, we lose friendships, we gain new friendships, we lose friendships, we gain new friendships. Look back on your past friendships, the ones that were really good, the ones that were healthy, the ones that you miss because they were great in your life, and try to reconnect with them. You never know what you might find is rekindling a great friendship. And when you rekindle that great friendship, it can get easier. And yeah, there are going to be people in your past that you're glad you're no longer friends with, and those aren't the people you want to reach out to. You want to reach out to the people that you can rekindle that relationship with, and you know it's going to be a good relationship because it was a good relationship before. People change and it could be different, but sometimes it's worth checking out and taking that chance because you might rekindle a friendship that may be amazing for you, for both of you. All right, so number 8, look around you. Are there people already outside of your circle in your life that you can connect with, i.e. coworkers? Even if you're working from home, you have probably group chats set up or chats set up with your coworkers, right? Then you got neighbors, colleagues. If you're going to university or school, it's college, right? It's schoolmates, classmates. If you're, wherever you have people in your life, maybe you're taking a cooking class, right? Do you have people in your life that are outside of your inner circle that might make good friends? Look around and see. You might actually meet somebody that has been there all along and could become an amazing friend. So just look around you and see if there are people that you can connect with on that level as well. Number 9, be approachable and be likable. I kind of talked about being genuine and positive earlier. I referred you back to my video on being likable. This is also referring you back to my video on being likable. Be approachable. When I talk about being approachable, you can either be the person in the room that people want to gravitate to because you're just got that approachability factor, or you can be the person that people look at and say, that person looks like they're having a bad day, I'm going to stay away. If you are that person that people want to gravitate to, if you're that likable person, then it's easier to make friends because those people are going to seek you out and then you're going to seek them out, and there's going to be that mutual connection. So being likable, being personable, being approachable, that can all be really helpful. If you missed that video on how to be likable, definitely check it out. Again, I'll link it up above and down below. Number 10, get comfortable with striking up conversation with strangers. One way you can do this is to do some visualizations and practice in front of a mirror, conversations that may happen. Do some visualizations about how to strike up new conversations. Another way you can do that is to create 5 striking up a conversation lines that you can use when you go into a group of people and you're like, hey, you don't want to be, hey, and not have something to say. You want to be, hey, I think we met at, how are you doing? Or, those kind of things, right? So you want to have some kind of striking up conversation lines that you can use that come across genuine. So basically just kind of visualize, have some prepared lines in case those will come in handy. If they're not going to come in handy, don't use them. But if they are going to come in handy, use them. Get comfortable with the idea of talking to people. Practice in front of a mirror with yourself as though you're practicing back and forth. Practice with somebody that you're really comfortable with already that's in your life. Maybe you have a support system that you can talk to that can help you work through creating some conversation starters, those kind of things. But definitely have that kind of conversation starter ready. Then also think about Think about the questions that you ask when you engage somebody in a conversation, and remember that people like to talk. So as opposed to asking close-ended questions where it's yes or no answer, ask questions, if you can, that are open-ended questions that get them talking, because then you get to know this person, make sure that they're the kind of person you want to hang out with, and they get to know you and they see that you're interested, you will put yourself out, you're giving more, and then you'll start to receive some back. And again, with making friends, it's all about giving more, and then you'll eventually receive something back. Your bonus for making it all the way to the end of this video and listening as I go into all of these details is to get okay with rejection. Rejection happens. It's going to happen. You're going to be in a conversation with somebody and it's going to feel like crickets. You're going to be like stretching to find something to say. And that's going to happen. There's going to be missed connections, and it's okay. Even if you're the most likable person in the world, there's going to be those missed connections, right? So be okay with that, because it just means that you weren't meant to connect then. Maybe you're meant to connect later in the future for some other purpose. Remember how I said that I truly believe that people have a reason to be moving in and out of people's lives as friends or creating relationships, because there is a reason for both of you. You're both going to get something out of the relationship. And that's what a friendship is all about. You're both going to get something out of a relationship. You're both going to get something out of that friendship. And there is give and take. So if it's not meant to be for you making that friend right now, that's all right. Maybe there's somebody else that you're meant to make friends with. And so being okay with rejection or not making those connections is totally okay, but you want to get comfortable with that as well. I do want to take a moment here and mention the fact that I am not a therapist. And so I do understand that there are individuals out there who do suffer from social anxiety or fear of social situations. And I totally empathize with you. I understand. And some of these may not be helpful. Some of them may be helpful for you if you do suffer from those conditions. However, if my note to you that here in this video is, if you do, just take some time and reach out to people who are in the field that can help you to work on different areas within what is causing your social anxiety, those kind of things, and help you with that. You don't want to go out there and feel like you're in a panic state when you're trying to get social with people. It's only going to make the next time you go out even harder, right? So having somebody in a capacity that you can go to, like a counselor or a therapist, a hypnotherapist, a life coach that you can go to, that you can bounce ideas off of or work through social situations that might make you feel more comfortable with them in the future, then that is going to be super helpful. And it's highly recommended that you take some time to go ahead and do that. And that is going back to number one: know yourself, know your needs, know your strengths, and know your opportunities. And it's okay. I'm just saying that if that is something, if these tips are not helping you, then you may want to seek out that additional support, and they're there for you. They're there to help you. They want to help you. That's what they were trained for. So seek that out if that is something that you're looking forward to and you really want to create more socializing in your life. Some people don't want to create socializing in their life. I get that too. But if you're watching this video, you probably are curious about how to meet new people and make new friends. So these tips hopefully were helpful. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm New York Times bestselling author Jamie Brumfield, and this is my second channel. I have two channels. I have this channel, which I just started, and I have another channel, which is Jamie Brumfield, and that I've been working that channel since October. So I will link up that channel up here above as well and down below in case you want to check out the other content I have over there about living a balanced life and being a mom and working from home and that kind of thing, and running a business and writing books and self-publishing. All of that's over on that channel. This channel is all about talking about different how-to topics. So if you have a how-to topic on anything, if you would like to see a video on how to do something, let me know in the comment section below. I will take it in consideration and consider creating a video in the future and put it on my content list. I would love to hear what you're looking for on this how-to channel and what you would like to see that would help you in different areas. And if I can't find, if it's not something I specialize in, maybe I can find somebody or direct you to somebody's channel that does. Thank you so much for tuning in. I, again, am New York Times bestselling author Jamie Brumfield, and I will see you all in our next video. Bye.